Welcome back. Criticism may not be agreeable, but it is necessary. It fulfills the same function as pain in the human body, calls attention to an unhealthy state of things, by Winston Churchill. Now that's something to keep in mind when you're critiquing, but also be fair. Remind your new to art students that it's all about creating all the right elements, so you as the viewer want to keep looking at it. The fun part is that this is the only goal for every piece. Also remind your new to art artists, having others give their opinion does not mean you have to listen to that opinion. You can take that opinion as a starting point to change. Sometimes we get stuck and we don't know how to change things, and this is a way to get unstuck. Remind them that even your opinion is only an opinion. You use these ideas and shuffle them around to help find the right way to fix your painting. They are options. The idea is to stop the student from taking critiques personally. That is very important. Critique should be about how the piece of work could be improved. Suggestions should come slowly. When you are speaking, take your time. Choose basic elements to discuss. Allow the student to talk. Ask them to tell you about their painting. I often do this. I get them to talk about their painting, and they also end up telling you about how they want you to help them. They tell you, well, I'm having trouble with this part or that part. And it really does help you as a critiquer to do a better job. So what can you do to make it better? So we want to stay and look at the artwork. I always tell my students that their goal is to have the viewer so involved with their work that the viewer doesn't want to move to see the next artwork. If there is anything that leads the eye out of the work, you need to change that. Here's the best advice. Never suggest more than 3 changes to an artwork. Even by the first change, quite often the piece is not the same artwork. It's changed already, and we might not need the other changes. This is something to remind your students, and that's very important to also include in your critique. And I'm going to suggest it again. Changes are optional. They are suggestions. This part is really important to tell your students. This is something that I repeat a lot in this course. This is the second time, maybe by the 10th time you'll remember. Artwork can be extremely personal, and a supportive environment during the critique is important. Fear of being ridiculed must not exist in this environment, and that's your job. It's your job to make sure this is a positive experience for your student. This is advice you must give. Always tell your students that after you have made changes in a painting, it is not the same painting. Look at the painting after one change and see if the other pieces of advice are still valid. You are not committed to these changes. They are only suggestions. Here's your assignment. Write down 3 basic values or principles that you will follow when critiquing. This is the beginning of your cheat sheet. The things that you will write down and use consistently. Do this now, and we'll see you in the next section.